Okay.
Okay, Grand Rising, Elizabeth.
Grand Rising.
Yay! Today is a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday, and it is August 9th, April. No, August.
Oh, not
I
April.
know, right? August 19th. And this is my sister's birth anniversary, so it's a special day because I am truly blessed to have a big sister that was born today.
Oh,
And
really?
yes, 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 yeah. My 20-year senior. Yeah, she's 20 years older than I am, but down in Tennessee. That's where she is. But she's been on a show too, so today might be I talked to her already, so I did call her. Um and she is just enjoying just breathing, today. So and she received a video from her grandchildren and they're all over the country. But it's all of them together. And she says she just feels like crying every time she thinks about and joy of, it's crying of joy, and so, yeah. So this is a good morning, a good, ooh, yeah, good day. Yes, it's a good day. It's a good day. Okay, so let's see. And we want to give praise to my co-host who isn't here today because she's going through transition of her mother, and we wishing her peace and strength, peace of
Hmm.
mind, and just the strength and the love, because I know she feels love for her mom.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure she feels our love too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right,
Amen.
Mom. Well, Grand Rising, Joy.
Oh, Joy, let me see. I know she was leaving today.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if are you still in Detroit or are you back home? Or a little of both. Getting ready.
Are you on the line, Joy? There she's coming.
Yeah, we still in Detroit. Me and Lakeisha.
Hey, Lakeisha.
Lakeisha, that was so
Hey.
beautiful. I've been telling everybody um about your book signing.
Yeah, you had
Yeah.
it set up nicely.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
so glad.
you came before you must have came after I left.
I came before you did. I
Oh,
was one of the first ones there.
I'm going to say you were on time, I'm sure.
Right.
She was. She was with her sweet self. Right.
Oh,
I
we
hate I
just
missed you, sister.
I
Yeah,
miss
people was
you
looking.
too.
Yeah, she was looking for you. Everybody was like, "Where did you? Where did you?" Right.
I should have
Right.
stuck
Right. Right.
around, but I had another engagement, so
Oh,
greetings,
I
Calvin.
I really appreciate all of you all. Y'all just made my day. I wanted a birthday book signing, and I feel like
Greeting.
I still had it, but it was just in August.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's okay. That's fine.
That was
It was
wonderful.
beautiful. I really had a good time. I just wish I would have been able to hear the violinist. I
Oh,
felt
he was
out of the loop.
beautiful. Yes, yes, yes. That was a good touch. That was a good touch.
Right, 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 right. That was
And then you missed the sax player.
Oh, was a sax player too?
Oh,
mhm,
he was off the chain. He closed shut the house down.
Oh, wow, I believe that.
mhm. It was good. It was so good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And just
You-
seeing everybody and always good to be able to hug everybody.
I
Hey,
know, I
hey,
know, I
you
know.
got a bottom half to your body. Oh my
And then
God, you have legs. You have a butt.
right. And then a lot of people was there have been on the show too. So did you get a chance to see Usama? Did you see
Yeah,
what's his name? Mitchell. It was a lot of people, yeah.
it
That
was.
was it.
And many people that I saw, they said, no, no, I know you. I've been on your show. I've been a guest. Go,
Right, right, right.
go, Keisha.
Right.
I wonder how they knew me.
Oh, that's
Because
funny.
you're so beautiful. You are absolutely beautiful. People can remember beautiful people.
All right now, we all remembered.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
We
right.
all remembered.
And just for those that came on a little later, my co-host, my wonderful co-host Stacy will not be here at this time on today. She's undergoing the transition of her mom.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. Yes. So she's doing good. I did where she texted me. Right. Yeah. Okay, okay, that's good. No,
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 she's
she's
in the
going through
midst
it
of it.
right now.
Hmm.
You know, yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, well, let's see here then. I guess I can get started.
Okay, sweetie.
And I want to say that the video that wait a minute, hold on. It's always interesting trying to get this thing going. Just interesting. Let's see here. Let's see, start from beginning. All right. Okay. Yeah, but the video that Queen played today really spoke to me for this presentation, believe it or not. So what is the first screen here? I guess you all can see it.
Yeah,
Are
we can see it. Hmm.
you can't?
We can,
Oh,
yes.
you can. Okay, good, good, good. Okay, are you aware of your 15 senses? Effective use enhances your wellness. I'm going to get into it. I don't want to go too quick here, but we normally talk about five. I'm going to talk about those five today a little bit, but we actually have more. And from what I've learned, even in researching this, is that we have more than 15. But I'm going to talk about 15 today. But if you have a chance, look it up more. Look up our senses. But you'll understand what I'm saying as I go on here. Okay. Have we all heard this saying? We are spiritual beings having a physical experience.
Yep.
Okay. Anyone else heard of this?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
good.
Yes.
Okay. Our core identity is not solely our physical body because we think many people think of our identity as our physical body, but it's not just that. Um, it's rather our spiritual essence that temporarily inhabits a human form. So when you read this, and I'm gonna be honest, I've heard this many years, but did I really understand it? It's good to say I'm a spiritual being, but do I really know exactly what I'm saying? I cannot honestly say I did not know. Um, but when I really think about it, realizing that I'm just an essence that temporarily is housed by a human form. So that makes me think it gives me pause. It really does give me pause to even think about it like that. Does anyone have any deeper thoughts about it?
We're our spiritual beings experiencing the human condition. We've been conditioned to focus more on our humanness as opposed to our spirituality. The thing they talk about, for example, they talk about Jesus, but they don't tell you about the Christ, and Christ is your spirituality by nature. But we've been so accustomed thinking about ourselves in a very limited way and don't understand our enormous potential.
Okay, thank you for sharing that, Calvin. One moment, I have a visitor. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I know that when I was raised in the Church of God in Christ, um, and we only said the Lord's Prayer. We didn't have what I call freestyle freestyle prayer. You just say what's coming in your spirit, in your heart, in your head. Um, and when people would talk about, I'm spiritual, I'm not religious, I didn't know what the heck that meant. What did that mean? Because when the people, when I found out what it means, now to understand what it means, it was not their walk was not what they were saying about being spiritual. So it did not, spiritual did not give much uh, credit from that sense of understanding. I'm a spiritual being, but you're doing everything that's all crazy and stuff. And I didn't understand the difference between being religious
Right.
and being spiritual. And you can be what some would say, or my understanding of, not that's not my understanding, but religion being starched and ruled, and you get in trouble, all that kind of stuff, the fear-based part of that. And but when I really um but some people are in a religion but not religious, is what
Yeah.
I'm gonna say. Um Yeah, so I understand about the I'm spiritual now. My nephew, he was saying, "What does that mean?" And I really had to say, you know what? I'm gonna get back with you when I really, can sound a
Yes.
little better. Um, yeah. So,
Okay. Yeah, thank you for sharing that.
mhm, mhm.
Let's see. I'm gonna go to the next screen. Okay, now it is my view that this process of being is different levels. Okay, you have a body, a spirit, and a soul. Um, and that honestly, I didn't understand right away between the spirit and the soul. I understood the difference between the body and the spirit, but the spirit and the soul was a little issue for me.
Deitra,
Yes,
were you there? Were you there when was it last week that Stacy talked about the spirit and the soul?
yes, ma'am, I was there, of
Yeah,
course.
okay, that was really
So this is kind of another little,
another take on it, but
yeah,
I.
exactly.
Mhm,
Yeah, but I was there.
mhm.
Yeah, but what I found is that the body is actually the weakest of the three because it is limited by the physical and is ruled by the external.
Hmm.
Um, and then the spirit and the soul are internal. There are more things that are internal. Um, and the soul I found is that it's where reprogramming starts. Reprogramming of a lot of our whole essence, you know. So we're gonna get a little bit more into explaining what all this is, but just to let you know that there are three levels to me for me, and maybe you can see it. Does anyone have a thought on what they see here? Body, spirit, and soul? Everybody understands each of them already?
Hmm.
The soul is the spiritual. It's how we personalize our um the soul that encompasses how we make it on a personal level. It's a spiritual, it's a spiritual universal, but on a personal level, the soul is how we allow it to be a part of us. It's how our
Okay.
thoughts, feelings, and emotions become our personal expression of the
Uh-huh.
spirituality.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
Well,
Hmm.
thank you. Okay, now we're gonna go into the body. Of course, we are familiar. We have the sight, as a sense, sound, taste, touch, and smell. These are ones that I was familiar with very well, those senses, because I use them all the time, seriously, everything. So I'm familiar with those. However, anybody have anything to say about the body, those senses? Anything you want to share? I'm sure you're all familiar. Okay, so moving on to spirit. Now, the spirit is where I really is where I got more in touch with the spirit in church. You catch the spirit in church or whatever, however they say it. She getting the spirit. And those are like prayer, praise, because you have a praise and worship team. You have faith. They talk about faith in church a lot, and meditation. That is they do some meditation truly in church, but that one not as big, but is part of it. So these are spirit for me, but it started in church for me. So it's more I don't want to say religious, but that's where it ties. That's where I gravitated to it in church. And I want to just say that in a simple sense, physical, the body, the physical, yeah, spirit. Okay, all right, never mind. Okay, anybody have any take on spirit?
Yes, I wanted to say something.
Okay.
That church probably is the first place we really experience it.
Yeah.
However, as far as that spirit, society definitely perpetuates things and keep us from not getting connected with our spirit. It's really interesting because it teaches us the church teaches us the opposite, go outside. But when you
Right.
go inside, that's
That's
when you
true.
really connect to your spirit. That's when you can really experience your spirit, when you just be still and go inside. But I'm gonna tell you something. You talk about the catching the Holy Ghost in church or really feeling your spirit. I've been in a club. I've been in a club and felt the spirit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
felt the music was so good and it just hits your spirit.
Yes.
So I just wanted to recognize that you can feel that spirit in church, but just be sitting still and breathing and understanding that you're breathing in the breath of God, Muhammad, or whoever whoever your being is. And that's that spirit coming in. I just want to acknowledge that.
No, thank you for the acknowledgement. That's good. Okay, and go ahead.
That was it.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's go to the soul. Now the soul has some senses as well. You have your mind, the will, emotions, affections, and imaginations. Now the soul, like I said, it was kind of new to determine the difference between spirit and soul. I had to dig a little deeper, but these attributes I delved into when I was introduced to metaphysics. So that's when I got more into the soul issue, which has been wonderful. However, I don't go there much. I was advised here lately that I need to delve deeper into myself. And so I said, I guess I got to get into the soul part of myself. So these are the 5 senses that I came up with. And I want to say, in regards to metaphysics, it refers to ideas and concepts that go beyond the physical world and our everyday senses. It explores the fundamental nature of reality, existence, and the universe. often dealing with abstract and profound questions about being, consciousness, and the underlying principles that govern everything. So this is interesting too, because I'm just thinking of this and remembering that the soul tends to, I don't know if you all heard that we are not from, even some parts of us are not from the earth. We are from somewhere else outside of this world. Does that sound familiar to anybody?
Yep.
Yes, I've heard it.
Yep,
Okay.
I'm guilty. I
Okay.
know I ain't just from this earth.
Right. Yeah. So that's when it comes. It's so fun. I'm saying fun now, quote unquote, because when I think about me being from somewhere else, I'm just like, wow, how exciting. This is something new for Deitra. Deitra didn't know any of these things, before, but now I'm expanding my thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I want to go a little bit into talking about the mind. Let's see. Okay. In metaphysics, mind refers to a fundamental aspect of reality. It can be understood as a source of thought, feeling, and action, and sometimes as a universal principle or even a divine entity. So that's something to think about when it comes to the mind. In the mind, we have conscious mind, subconscious, and super conscious. And I'm not going to go too deep into that unless someone knows about those three. But of course, we have our conscious mind. And I know that's the one that we deal with on a everyday thinking. And then the subconscious is something that's there regardless of what we do and what thoughts are coming in. It's kind of in us, in our, it's deeper in our mind to the point where it stays there. And we act on things because of that subconscious. It's always there. Now, the superconscious, I'm not quite sure. I know that's deeper, but maybe Calvin, do you know anything about that part of the mind, the
Yes,
superconscious?
the Christ, the spirituality. It's like,
Oh.
that's like, say for instance, like if you look at the chakra sketch, the way the chakras are in your body, this
Uh-huh.
at the top of your head, where there's like the children, they have that soft spot in the top
Yeah.
of the head. That's that they talk about the Christ to being the most elevated part of your being,
Okay.
the super conscious.
Okay.
We just have to understand we're more than what we realize. But we
Exactly.
so
So
focus
true.
on the physical aspect, or someone just said, we've been conditioned to focus on Jesus, but not the Christ. And I'm not talking against Jesus, but they hijack Christianity for you to focus on Jesus, not to focus on the Christ within you.
Right.
So when we understand the natural order that we're spiritual beings, and spirit and breath come from the same root word, you know? So
Yeah.
we're spiritual beings, but we're more accustomed to thinking about humanness without really exploring and getting in tune with our greatest self, which is our spirituality. Now, it's something we're seeing about what Haile Selassie makes distinction between spirituality and religion. But see, the religiosity of Christianity has done us a disservice. But the spiritual component of it, when we understand the spirituality of it, that Jesus came not for us to worship Him, but for us to understand that we can be Christ-like, and
Yeah.
Christ is a mindset that Jesus exhibited, but we also have that potential too. But because we have been so accustomed to thinking about the outer man, we don't think about the inner man.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you
that's
so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you for
Mhm.
Thank you.
yeah. You know what? The harmonious working together of these three seemingly separate minds is necessary to bring forth the latent possibilities of man. And
Mhm.
I had to look at that deeper. Latent. It's a lot of things happening that aren't that kind of sit dormant, latent, and that if we want to bring it out, it's something to come out. It's something that we can. All of us have things that can come out that are latent. So I just wanted to share that. But thanks for that input that you gave.
Well, latent is like we're disconnected. It's there, but it's dormant. It's
Right.
asleep. So that's what I was talking about, waking the sleeping giant within you.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
they
Yes.
say meditate on the word. They say as a man think and believe in their hearts, right? But they also say that the sick say I'm well. But they don't teach these things was taken out of the Bible. But when you look at the Gnostics, the Gnostics they talk from this perspective. But see, when and Constantine they took something out of Christianity to take you away from who you really are. But when you study the Gnostic Gospels, they talk about that.
Oh, wonderful. You know what? It's interesting. Going back to metaphysics, my metaphysical teacher told us about Gnostic gospels and that I never really got into it that deep, but I see I'm gonna get back to it.
Yeah.
Well, they told you it's heretic. You talk like that. But see, they want you to focus on Jesus, but not the Christ. But in the
Right.
process, you do yourself a disservice because you don't understand. Jesus said, he that believes in that which is in me, great things have I done, but greater things you should do.
Mhm.
So
Exactly.
being aware of the indwelling spirit is what's going to liberate you because it's another world inside of us. Even the Bible says what eyes have not seen and ears have not heard. We
That's
have to
true.
we got what we need. We just have to explore it and be on the Elizabethan show.
I love it. I love it. That's so true. Mm-mm-mm. Thank you, Calvin.
Yeah,
Thank you
thank
so
you, Calvin.
much.
As they say, well, Will Son, no brag, just fact.
Right. Okay, okay.
Mm.
Okay, going down the list here, the use of will is very important in making demonstrations. We always now that's something that is personal to me is because I want to manifest certain things, but it's important that I use my will to do that. Um one must be very persistent, um since persistence is essential in demonstration.
Mhm.
So we got to be persistent, and truth builds the perfect body, and the will must resolutely lay hold and keep hold of the word of truth until the word becomes flesh. So it's a process, but I've heard that, making your word flesh and, all that, but I never knew how to put that into practice, you know. But now I realize, I have to look more into my will, that part of inside of me that can demonstrate and bring stuff to fruition, right? Okay, the other one is emotion. It's the excitement of feelings. It is found for each bad emotion. There is a corresponding chemical change in the tissues of the body, going back to the body, that is life depressing and poisonous. So we got to be very conscious of our emotions.
The thoughts, feelings, and emotions are one. When you think a certain way, you emit chemical as a chemical response. Our emotions cause a chemical response in our body.
Yeah,
Depression is real, but so is God. But who do you lean on? They say it's what lean on the Lord and not your own understanding.
right.
Trust in Him with all your might and know for surety that He will direct your path. But see, with depression, you get disconnected from your source and you fixated on the things you don't like. And the depression is a thought pattern, but it creates a chemical response, you know. So we have to understand the power of how we speak and the words and the thoughts and the feelings and emotion and vibration. It says kept that spirit off, but see, we have to be trained. That's why we have this. That's why we have this show.
Right.
That's what really. That's why we have this show, because this is an alternative to what we're getting, because we're not getting what we need.
Exactly, exactly. Because, Calvin, I've heard the words that you shared in church everywhere about, those sayings and things, but I never internalized those things. How do I really put them into practice? They sound good. I was
by
like,
being a part of this form, because the churches don't teach you. They mention stuff, but they don't expound on it. Because see, we have to. This is worthy of a series of discussion. We talk about the body-mind connection, the
yeah,
power how we think, and that we speak things into existence that are detrimental to us, but we have to be trained how to harness that power, that thoughts to get the things that will be more productive. We're so accustomed to thinking about fear and doubt and anxiety and grief. But what about joy?
Mhm.
exactly.
Calvin, come on camera when you speak, babe, if you can. Go ahead,
Okay.
teacher.
Yeah, thank you, Calvin. I'm going to go on to affections. Um, Affections transcends a simple feeling and becomes a profound connection rooted in a shared essence or consciousness. It's a state of being where the boundaries between self and others dissolve. When I thought about that, I thought about A Course in Miracles, because that course talks about, a lot of these things I'm sharing with you today, but especially what I just shared. It's a state of being where the boundaries between self and others dissolve. So what's happening with me is happening with you. What's happening with you is happening with me. So we don't see a disconnect, or it's not there, when I really think about it.
Hmm.
Um, this kind of love is not about personal attachment or desire, but rather a recognition of the divine spark within oneself and others, fostering a deep sense of empathy, compassion, and interconnectedness. So you feel connected. You don't feel, you could be a total stranger, you still feel connected to them. I do. I do. Let me speak for myself. I can meet a total stranger and I feel connected. And hopefully they feel connected to me too, because of my spirit and what I'm giving off. Anybody have anything to share about that? Okay. Well, the last one is imagination. This is a big one for me because even in my Unity church where I went, they talk a lot about imagination. Um, let's see. It's a powerful mental faculty that shapes reality, going beyond simple mental imagery to encompass the creative and formative power of the mind. It's not just the ability to form pictures in the mind, but the capacity to bring those mental images into manifestation. I think that's wonderful. Shaping not only one's inner world, but also one's external reality.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the imagination is good.
Yeah, when people say they don't have no imagination, I almost want to cry for them.
Right, exactly,
I mean,
exactly.
Kitty, how do you walk around without an imagination? One of the best commercials
Uh-huh.
is when there's somebody and they're like, mowing the lawn or, doing the carpet and stuff like that, or they may
Uh-huh.
be doing something else, but they're reading something or they're listening to, what do you call somebody read something,
Right.
and their mind is what is their imagination, like if
Yes.
I say a dog, everyone pictures a different dog.
Right.
You
Right.
know,
Right.
big, small, angry, little, cute, in the pocket dog, right?
Right.
And so yeah, when they show that and the person is only standing there sitting there crocheting, or they're, just doing something, but physically they're just doing
Uh-huh.
something, but their mind is everywhere. Just they're just
Yes.
creating with their imagination. When someone says, I don't I don't have it, I don't have an imagination. I'm like, what? You want to go over and go, come
Right.
on,
Right.
come
Right. Right.
out.
But it's wonderful when we're in touch with that.
Yes.
I mean, life is expanded. I mean, when I can imagine being out there looking at the water right now, I'm looking at it on a
Mm,
big cruise, a big ship, I mean, wonderful thing. Just she's sailing the world.
yeah.
I can go there. I can be there
Mhm.
in my imagination.
Yeah.
Imagination, Albert Einstein said imagination is everything because it's a preview of future events. But everything begins with a thought. So people say they don't have an imagination because they imagine that they don't have imagination. You do have an imagination, but you're not connected to the process, you know?
Yeah.
Right,
But
right.
we really taught critical thinking? We're not really taught critical.
No,
We really taught more about can I say regurgitation or duplication? We're
no.
not taught to be creative. We're not. We're not.
Yeah.
Not even in college. Not even in college. But
Not
when you do your independent research, it's a different level of engagement.
true. True.
Yeah.
Very well said, Calvin.
Very
Very well
well. Yeah.
said.
Yeah.
Well, Grand Rising,
I do want
Lolly.
to discipline myself.
All right. Grand Rising, Sharonda and Lolly.
Grand Rising, you guys.
Grand Rising.
Yeah, but I'm actually finished with my presentation.
Okay.
Um, but it was good. It was a little deeper for me because it's in like I said, those levels. It's below the body. It's not below. Well, it's not in the
Well,
body. This is easy. What to eat, how to, whatever. That kind of thing we went over in the past. And now I'm going to another level, the internal part of myself. So it
Mhm.
was fun actually because I have something to walk with. Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm. I know I've been there's actually a video that talks about the fifth dimension, the fourth, the third, fourth, and fifth, and really breaks it down. And
Oh,
just saying that whether you know it or not, we are walking into the fifth dimension. And um, the more you understand what that means and the power that you have as a result of it, and the creativity, all of that, all the goodness that comes
yes.
with the fifth dimension, we are there. It's just we have to learn. We have to do that inner work that you're talking about,
Yes.
Deitra. Um, we have to see the power of the physical body,
Right.
because like we were talking in one of your sessions, we were talking about that the body will heal itself.
Yes.
We are really the mind, Calvin. That's what's in the way.
Exactly.
yeah.
Right. Right. Right.
That's what's
Mhm.
in the way. So the more we learn, the more you live, nobody's just arrived.
Right.
So you're always learning something. But God can't show you the end 50 miles before you get to the
Yeah.
fifth mile.
Exactly. That's right.
Or it'll blow our mind.
It
That's
will.
why some of the yeah, oh, and then they're saying that some of these manifestations of beings
Uh,
are going to start. That's why we're starting to see more and hear more
yes.
from other realms, shall we
That's
say?
true. That's true.
You know, and because they're getting us ready to see them.
Exactly. Exactly.
And if you're not ready, you won't see. You won't see. Well, actually, you probably either won't see it or it'll scare the
It
heck
is
out of
scary.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Exactly.
so when I've always thought when I see people bend their body all kind of ways like there's no bones in there,
Right.
I said that's their just like we have this. This is what my shell looks like, your
Right.
shell, and my shell has things, issues, or joys within.
Right.
I'm able to do this, but so when I see a person with the different personalities,
Yeah.
or able to do things no one else can do, and it doesn't mean that there's anything bad, that's not negative or anything. It's just that
Uh,
that's the shell that you got into.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah. But let me just say this one thing. There was a show where if the person is if you're right there when the person dies, you can suck and you become
Oh.
that person. You use that shell. And one of the shells, when that one guy came through, he was an addict.
Mm-hmm.
And so he had to live a life of an addict.
Okay.
But
Okay.
the other the hierarchy lady that was over over that crew,
Yeah.
he said, I gotta have it, I gotta have it, I gotta have it. He said, come and give you this, but you free yourself from that. Because you know,
Right.
no. But we'll go through and so whatever it is, you take on that. You know, for me to be Sheila, I chose to come through mama. That's why I
Right.
look like her, a little bit like my daddy. You know what I mean? Y'all know what I mean?
Yeah. What show is that though? You
Huh?
remember what
Oh
show?
my God, I haven't watched it in so long.
Oh, really? It sounds interesting though.
Yeah, it was good when you're able to compare.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, but it's interesting. I had a conversation with my aunt yesterday.
Hmm.
We're doing archaeology research on my grandmother, because we want to find out about her mother, my grandmother's mother, my great grandmother. Come to find out, my auntie, my mother's sister, she said she's named after her my great grandmother. And she said that my great grandmother was footloose and fancy free. This is way back. Oh my God, early 1900s or whatever. But anyway, so they're having issues trying to find out my great grandmother's her mother, and that her history, just looking back, because we don't know if my great grandmother was from Arkansas, which we think, or is she from Mississippi? We don't know yet. So we're trying to figure that out. So it's interesting. Um, People, no, I mean, I talked about that because my auntie is named after my great grandmother, which is Bessie. And she was wondering, is she going, she is not footloose and fancy free like my great grandmother, even though she's named after her. But she's business minded like my
Mhm.
great grandmother. So it's interesting when you share that some people take on attributes of people, in their past, or if they're with them when they pass on or whatever. Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
So it was just interesting,
Your
personal.
your DNA is physical,
Yeah.
but your subconscious is the same construct. You get in your subconscious, you have generational attributes that are there in your thoughts and behavioral pattern that go back to the beginning of time. Your
Mm,
subconscious, but so does your DNA. So there, at one point, science separated body and mind because they didn't understand the mind.
of
They let
course.
the mind be with the religion. They let the science. Does the mind is something that's abstract, but it exists, but it's nothing you can see and feel in
Exactly.
that respect. It's not a physical, but it's about the body you can see and feel and touch that. So
Right.
science separate from that. There's cars, but the thing about it, the body and mind is one entity. And like they say, the body is subject, but the mind think. So once we realize that we have to be in tune, because our body tell us everything that's going on in our mind, you know.
That's
So
true.
it's a physical representation of our thought pattern, and
It's amazing how this all works together. Ooh,
it's all one. Like we're all one. We're variations. We're universal beings. We're spiritual beings, which means we have a connection to everyone on this planet, you know, because we
yeah,
all share the same experience.
right. In some way. Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh, wow. This is wonderful. Oh, my goodness. I
Joy,
just
what you
love
got?
it. It's like going on this journey. It's like, I love when it feels new. It's like, okay, the next moment is something new. What am I going to do? I'm excited.
Yeah, yeah.
The emotions.
Life,
There we go.
life,
Those
life
emotions.
is a journey. It's a journey. It's not just the destination we talk about. It's the journey. That's where we have to focus. The journey.
Exactly. Exactly.
Joy, I know I called you out.
You said what I gotta what you ask?
Yeah, I said, what you think? I know you got something in your head.
You know I do. You know how Aquarius work. As you always saying, this journey that we're taking and we talking about all this stuff, these things. But it's really all about us. It's we're playing it in our minds.
Yes.
It's and that's kind of hard for you to look at, but everyone is a reflection of you.
Mm-hmm.
We've all created what we have around us, what we do, how our thinking is. And it's kind of hard to see that sometimes, especially if you got somebody crazy in your life or somebody that's stingy. And you say, well, I'm not a stingy person. But somewhere within you,
Yeah, it's there.
it's there, and you just have to dig deep and I always say get still. I'm
Yes.
that's where I come from, just being still. Because one thing I do, and I used to do this as a kid, I used to lay in the bed and just watch the ceiling fan.
Mm-hmm.
So
Hmm.
that was my stillness time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I still do it today. I'll just lay
Okay.
there and just be
Yeah.
quiet and watch the fan. And that's my time of peace and
Yeah,
still.
yeah, 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 yeah.
You go
But you know
go
what that reminds me of my one of my sons would watch the fan too. I mean, he will if he was upset or crying or something, put him under the fan. He'd just sit there and look and
and
calm
just watch
down.
it. Yeah.
He'd calm down. I wonder if he still do that. I'm gonna find out.
Yeah, right, right.
It's
Yeah.
really soothing. It's really soothing
It
to
is.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It really is. So, Joy, I guess you're not with Lakeisha anymore. She dropped you off or something.
I'm still with Lakeisha.
Oh, really? Where y'all at? I mean,
Lakeisha's always working.
Yeah, he has
okay.
the background, the background
If her
screen.
hands aren't working, her mind is working.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
And we're actually in her office and
Okay.
she's working
Okay. Understandable.
and
True.
oh yeah, she's she's listening. She listens very well.
Oh, we
And
can't
that's
talk
just what
about her. Oh,
and that's just
Yeah,
what she does. That's just what she does.
God.
exactly.
We're working on her being still and just being and
But we all understand where she is because
No,
we
no.
all been there.
You know what's so funny is that people say that as if you're not supposed to do anything, right? Basic how it works is dead. Okay. So don't think there's always a requirement of us.
Exactly.
Yes,
There's a
yes, yes.
requirement.
but how much? That's
You know, God leads you, He gives you that inspiration. He gives you that's not the word I want to use, but He gives you that
that idea,
not the idea, but that how you know when it's time for you to move, because God gives you that unction,
intuition
that
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 The
discernment.
urgency, the urgency. Get it done. Is
okay.
that's not the word? Urgency is
no,
not the
He gives
word.
you that inspired
Yeah, yeah.
that expired unction. You know what I'm saying? That's not the
Yeah.
one I want to use, but He guides you, right?
Yes.
And if you believe that there's nothing that you have to do, but you do have to know your authority, your positioning has to be right, but you don't have to work hard, but it is you're supposed to do. Okay.
Yes.
Yes,
Now,
yes, in faith and
Sounds
faith.
good.
not just praying, oh God, please, and that's
I agree with that.
not that.
I was-
If you think that it's nothing that you're supposed to, but that's that inspire, but you do have to have that posture. You have to know your authority. You have to speak differently. And money is spiritual.
Yeah,
Yes.
You
yes,
have to
it is.
command, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
you have to command what it is that you want. You have to
Yeah.
have expectations of what you want. If I didn't work, I wouldn't have had the results that I had if I didn't put in the work.
Exactly. That's true. That's
If
true.
I didn't put in the work, I would not have had the outcome that I had.
But you could tell during that process, you got
Okay,
joy.
Enjoy
so
it.
let me say this.
See,
Let me say this.
you enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not like you working.
What time is it? We got 7 more minutes.
I enjoy making this happen. I
Yeah.
Yes.
enjoy,
I
Yes.
think,
It was
okay.
joy there.
Yeah, and you do it very well. Well, just one thing I want to express as Black women, we are the hardest working women on the planet.
Right.
Seriously, we
Yeah.
are. So the rule is work hard and you get whatever you get. I don't think it works like that because
It doesn't.
and so all I want to express is there should be some balance. That's all I want to express.
Okay. We get it. We get it. We get it. Because as Black women, we have truly been blessed with a
Yes.
myriad of
We are the
things.
hardest working,
I know. Well, we've been given so much. We
Yeah.
have been. We don't realize it. Sometimes I don't,
Mhm.
but we have been given so much. And, it's in us. It's already in us. We don't even have to go out and get a whole bunch because we have a lot in us already.
Mhm.
And it comes out in
Right.
whichever way.
But I must say this as a Black man, we what it is that we work hard too. The oppressive nature of the system is different for Black men and Black women, because there's a fear of the Black man that white people. I'm sorry, I'm going here, but I have to admit to it. They are fearful of us being who we need to be, and
Yeah.
we have been in an awkward position,
Yeah.
Black man, because if we shine, then they want to bring us down. And
Exactly.
then if we complacent with them, if we complacent with their definition, then we bring ourselves down. We need balance too. We need to understand our value, not so much their validation, but see, God already gave us what we need. We're spiritual. We're the essence of this whole. We are so powerful and profound. When you go back historically, it was always the mandate was on to destroy the male in the Bible.
Mhm.
But even with policies of America, destroy the Black movement, prevent the rise of a Black Messiah, has always been the narrative for against Black men in this country. So it's not so much that we just have to figure out a way that we can be functional and not dysfunctional at the same time, Black men.
Exactly. Exactly. Well said. Well said. But you know what, guys? It's coming up on our hour. It's been lovely. I mean, I really want to watch this again because I want to really go deeper,
Mhm.
and I want to
Mhm.
be show manifestations of me growing internally, with the different areas as well as my body. I mean, I want to eat right and all that stuff,
Mhm.
of course, but I want to go internal, truly.
Mhm. Mhm.
You ready to go in the what they call go on into the rabbit's hole? Go on deep in there.
Right. Go down the rabbit
Go
hole. That's
on,
right.
go on in.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I want you all to join me.
Two
All
books
right.
worth reading. Eric Butterworth, Discover the Power Within You. Eric Butterworth,
Yes,
Discover the Power
I'm
Without
familiar.
Discover the Power with You. And also Louise Hay talks about the same thing, the power is within you.
Okay.
But it deals with your mindset and the spiritual connection.
Mhm.
Okay, great. Eric.
Also, before we close, can we all lift our hands up and send Stacy some
Yes,
love and light and some energy?
yes.
We'll do that.
Yeah, just send her some light, some grand rising love and light
Yes.
that, as she goes through this transition with her mother, that knowing that her mother is there, still there with her.
Of course.
Yes, and may God, the Creator, comfort her through this time. Ashe?
Ashe, Ashe.
Ashe.
Thank you.
All
Thank you.
right.
Ashe.
Okay, well, let's give it ourselves a love, a little hug.
Hold on.
Oh.
You know, for everyone, even those who are watching later on, we stop at 10. If someone comes on right before, we stop at 10. And so we will just talk with each other until 10. If this receive all this in love, the show is from to 10. And so if we don't start right on time and then we end early, that's not what we're gonna start not at 9 o'clock and we stop at 10. So if somebody comes on right now after we're gone, then they're wondering what happened.
Right.
So I just want us to take it all the way to 10. At 10, then we can hug and
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's when that's the time for that is set in the universe. Who is that little person right there,
I
Sharon?
know. Who is that?
Hi.
Hey, honey.
Hi.
Look at the cute.
My name is Malachi.
And
Malachi, wow.
What a strong name.
and how do you know Sharonda?
She's my auntie.
Okay.
Oh, Aunt Sharonda.
You get a lot of love from her?
Yes.
Yes.
And discipline.
I'm just gonna say you.
Discipline.
How old are you?
Yeah.
How old are you?
you?
How old
I'm
are
12.
you?
12, okay.
Ooh,
Good.
All right.
almost a teenager.
Yeah.
Almost.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks for coming over. You just over mom's your auntie's
Auntie.
house? Is that where you live?
No.
You just visiting?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, isn't that nice?
well, thank you for coming on at the end of our show.
You're
We'll
welcome.
have you as a guest. How about that? You got something to share?
I just want to shout out my auntie.
He started mowing lawns.
Ooh,
Oh, wow.
nice.
Wow.
Trying to get a
wow.
business
Congratulations,
going.
entrepreneur.
All right. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Okay, all right. Well, guess what?
Back to you,
It's 10
Deitra.
o'clock.
Yay!
So let's give ourselves a hug, first of all. Oh, look at the baby queen in there. Oh,
Hey, Pumpkin.
hey.
Hello.
You're going to get older and be just in the screen talking to us. It's going to be exciting. Yay. Okay, well, let's give the world a hug.
Damn.
Yeah, sprinkle down goodness.
Yes.
And I encourage us all to go deeper, go inside, have an adventure inside. I mean, it's a good time.
Take a stroll through your mind. You'll be surprised what you might find. That's what the temptation said. Take a stroll through your mind. You'll be surprised what you may find. The temptation said.
That sounds good. That's right. Okay, you all have a beautiful, beautiful day. Continue to.
God bless.
God bless you. Peace out.